Now that we've made our chaos a little more musical, we're going to add a little more dynamic to the situation with the velocity device. This can be used as a MIDI compression tool, compressing the range of expressional dynamics. But we're not interested in that right now. We're going to randomize the dynamics using the random dial at the bottom of the velocity tool. This is going to randomize the velocity amount, which is a MIDI value that corresponds to how hard a note is struck and typically controls the volume of a virtual instrument. So you can hear that the volume is changing, and I've brought down the high output and the low output to restrict the range of randomness. And now that I've increased the envelope velocity amount, we can hear the velocity affecting the filter on the analog as well. So adjusting the low output means that no velocity lower than 34 will be randomized to, and no velocity higher than 67 will be randomized to. So turning off the note randomization, and just listening to the rhythmic pattern, it's way funkier than it was before. So now we've got that funky expressive vibe happening with the velocity randomization on top of the minor harmonic scaled note randomization. Remember where this all came from, of course. Simple 16th note MIDI pattern. So we've taken chaotic inputs and controlled them for musical results. So as I increase the high output of the velocity, we can have higher velocity values, which are going to drive that filter envelope up. And as I bring the low output of the velocity down, we get a wider range of lower and higher velocities, up to 103 and down to 14. Of course, the full range is 0 to 127. And so now let's go and look back. There it is. Simple 16th notes. And that's what it sounded like without any of these devices on there. Very straightforward. And remember, that's all we're working with here. And so there, the velocity makes it rhythmically more interesting because you've got accents on different notes. Then, of course, the scaled randomization makes it melodically interesting. And the beauty of these MIDI tools is that they take up virtually zero CPU, very simple calculations to change MIDI data instead of audio data. Audio data is typically a lot more calculation intensive. So these tools are super powerful for generative, creative use.